Hello, my geniuses. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Okay, guys, remember when I started this channel, I told you that we will be going places? Well, yes, we have gone places and we will continue to go places. Today, what I am going to teach you is how to complete a form, right? How to complete a form. And I have two forms here. One is for those forms that you might get in school, because I know it is required in many countries to be able to fill out a form on an exam, right? So I am going to teach you how to fill out a form today, just in case you get one at school and you have to fill it out. Now, many of these forms, most of the things are on them. If you go to a doctor's office or you are trying to get a job, most of it is standard requirement, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to teach you how to fill out the simple form. I will also show you how to fill out an immigration form. Mark you, there might be slight variations, but as I mentioned before, most of them have similar things on it. So if you're able to fill out these forms that I will be giving you today, chances are you will be able to fill out any form. So if you go to the driving depot, for example, to get a driver's license, you will know how to fill out your form. If you go to the doctor's office, it's the same thing. If you go to the library, it's the same thing. If you're traveling, you will be able to do so, and you will not have to ask anyone to fill it out for you. So I am so excited about this lesson today because I know it will be meaningful to you. Many of you probably can already fill out a form, but you may have problems with some little details which I will clarify for you today, okay? Now, the first thing I want to tell you to do is, if you are filling out a form, ensure that you have a black ink pen, okay? That's the standard to use, a black ink pen. But if you do not have a black ink pen, a blue ink pen is fine, but black would be the preferred choice. Never use a red ink pen when you are trying to fill out a form or important documents, okay? Now, let us jump right into it. Another point for you to note though, before I begin, is to always use block capitals. Block capitals are way easier to write. So chances are, if you use block capital, you won't make any mistake. People won't mistake the letters for something else, all right? So it is also encouraged that you use block capital or capital letters. Okay, my geniuses? All right, let's go. So how to complete a form? Now, last. You might just see the word last there, but what it actually means is your last name. Another word they could use is surname. All right, surname. Or if they use the word family name. So all these are synonyms, and you know what synonyms are, right? Words that are similar in meaning. So all these are synonyms. So if they ask you family name, last name, or surname, they might also ask you, then they are referring to your last name, okay? So mine here would be Morgan. Let me use another marker for you so you can see this. Morgan. But my name is my last name, which is my surname, and also my family name is Morgan. Okay? Okay, beautiful. Now, if you see for some reason on a form they have married name, and they might have this word. So just in case you see this word on the form, right? So let's say they have married name, right? They want you to put the name there. So let's say I got married and my married name is, I'm not even going to say what I was thinking. Smith. Let me use a common one. So let's say my married name is Smith, right? So if they ask for my married name, I would put Smith right there. Now, if you see this word, some people say it's ni or ne, then it's actually asking you, what was your name before you got married? Okay? So what was your name before you got married? So this is what it is asking you here. Many people look at this word and they wonder what it means and what it is that they are actually asking you. So today I want to clarify that. Just in case you see this, they're asking you your name before you got married. Okay? Now, another thing you might see is middle initial. Now, if you were watching my videos from the beginning, you would have remembered that I said initial means beginning. All right? So all they're asking you for right here is the beginning letter for your middle name. So my middle name is Louise. So I will put an L, and remember it's in block capital, and I will put a dot beside it, a full stop beside it. This here tells you that something is missing. So the L there, it's just a capital L, right? Or a bold L. So L because it begins my middle name, which is Louise. So once you see middle initial, it just means that you put the first letter in your middle name. All right? Now, here they have first. And that's a given because they are asking for your first name. So mine is Kadian. And again, I am using block capital. Kadian. See? So you're done with the first part of the form. You have whether it be family name, last, surname. Then we have the middle initial, which is the first letter in your middle name. You also have first, which is naturally your first name. Okay? Now we are moving on. So guys, here we have DOB. Now DOB is an abbreviation, and what it means is date of birth. So it means date of birth. Let me write that so that you'll never forget. Date of birth. Forgive me, my board is very small. And all this is asking is, when were you born? Okay? So it's asking, when were you born? And again, this Y here, it stands for the year. All right? So they're asking you to put the year right here. Now, a common mistake that people make is they will just put the month right here without looking at the bottom part and what is required of them. No, guys, that's a big no-no. You have to make sure that you are putting the information in the correct slot. So for this one, year, and once you see 4 Y's, it means that they are asking for you to write it, all of it out. So this would be 1979. So you see 4 numbers for the entire year that I was born. You didn't just put 79 like some people usually do. If 2 Y's are there, then you could put 79, which would still mean 1979. See what I'm saying? But if you have all the 4 Y's there, then you have to write out the entire year, which is 1979. Now the day here, many people, even adults, they would write Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. No, they're not asking what day you were born. What they are actually asking is the number. So that number, whether you were born on the 10th or the 1st or the 2nd or the 3rd. As for me, it was the 29th. So I was born on the 29th day of June, all right? Which, since the month is there, let me put it, so June. Good. So I was born on the 29th day. So this is how day comes in, all right? They're not asking about, now guys, there's also something that I want to teach you. Now, this is how they calculate the month. So you will see people write the 6th month. So this would be the 6th, the 29th, and they might also write 79. 79 here is acceptable if there are only 2 Y's, okay? However, the day is good, but the month now, it's the 6th month of the year because it's January, February, March, April, May, June. So June would be the 6th month, right? December is a 12th month. So that is how it is calculated. So once you see something like this, then that's exactly what they are doing. Now, for your age, you know, that's just the number that you put there. 41, yes. For the sex, guys, the sex, all they're asking for is a synonym for sex is gender, all right? So they are asking if you are male or female. As in this case, I am a female. Got it? Because I am a woman. I am a girl. If you're a man or a boy, then you're a male. You're of the masculine gender. All right? And females are of the feminine gender. Good. So for the sex, it's male, or if you're or female. Okay? So this is how male is spelled. There is also something that I should let you know. Sometimes they have the word and the boxes are there, right? In such a case, you would just tick the one that applies to you. And in this case, it would be female, okay? Now, for your address, if you're living in, let's say, a Caribbean country, then, you know, you would have the street. So let us say 41 Park Avenue. And remember, you're writing the name of a place, so it should be in capital letter, right? So 41 Park Avenue, Kingston 5, Jamaica, West Indies. Jamaica, West Indies. So you have the street or the avenue, then here you have the parish, and here you have the country. If, however, you're living in, let's say, America, then what you'll have is, if it's an apartment, you'll have an, sorry about my crowded board, guys. So you'll have an apartment and possibly the number 41, East Street. Then you'll have the city, and here let me put Fayetteville. Then you'd have the state. My state is North Carolina. Next, you would have a zip code. In this case, 28314. All right? And then you'd have the country under, which is USA, United States of America. All right? So you'd have the street or the district. Then you'd have the city. You'd also have the state, as in this case, North Carolina. And then you'd have the zip code and the country right there, right? Oh, good. Now remember, since this is a simple form, if you're in school and you're given a form to fill out on an exam, then they ask the name of your school. Please do not write an abbreviation. So let's say it's Old Harbor Primary. Do not write OHP, okay? Nobody really knows what that means. And even if they do, they want you to write it out because it's standard. So you would write out the entire thing. Here you'd write Old, I can erase this. Guys, I wish I had more space. Let me see if I can go here. Old Harbor Primary. Now, if they ask you your grade, then all you'll have to do is just write 4th grade. Or if you write grade 4, that's acceptable as well. Your teacher's name, remember to put her first initial, all right? So let's say your teacher's name is Mrs. Smith. So you would write Mrs. K. Smith. Got that? Your favorite subject now. Please do not write recess or lunch. Those are not subjects. Whether it be math, science, social studies, whatever it is. So that's what you would put. Reading. For your favorite book, ensure that you always have the name of a book on the tip of your tongue. All right? For me, it is The Immigrant Child. So you write the name of a book. The Immigrant Child. Now, be prepared to have the author's name as well. And in such case, that author would be Kadian Morgan, me, yes. All right, so guys, this is how you fill out a simple form. And as I said before, this is related to many other occasions. It could be the doctor's office, it could be the library, it could be the depot trying to get your driver's license. Any of these apply. They are going to ask you the very same question. Your last name, your middle initial, your first name, and it continues. Okay? Now let me quickly show you how to fill out an immigration form. Because again, they have family name. And as I showed you in the form before, family name here would be your last name. Okay? So my last name is, and you know it, right, my geniuses? You do know my last name. All right, good. So my last name is Morgan. Guys, if you are filling out a form and you see maiden name on it, right? That applies to people who are married. So what they're actually asking is, what was your name before you got married? All right? So once you see the name, see the word maiden name, all they want is your name before you got married. So let's say you were Morgan and then you got married to a gentleman with a last name by the name of Smith. So you became Morgan Smith. Now you would put Morgan for your last name or Morgan Smith, but if maiden name is there, then it's going to be Morgan for sure. The name, the surname you had before you got married. Okay? So here, Morgan, again, middle initial, just the L. First name, Kadian. Right? Your DOB, you know what that means. I told you, date of birth. And all this is asking is when you were born. And again, this is written out for you nicely. So you just put your information there. All right? Remember, you have to look though, because sometimes they'll try and change it up to trick you. So they'll have like the day, year here, the year right here, and then the month might be here. So you have to pay attention to that. Now, for your destination address, They're asking where will you stay when the plane is landed. So which address will you be staying at? Let's say your baggage, your suitcase, your luggage, whatever it is, was misplaced, then they would be able to send it to you here. So if you'll be staying at a hotel, then you put that there. But let's say you're staying at your cousin's house, then you should have your cousin's address and you'd put that there. So 6 Milky Way, Fayetteville, NC is quite acceptable for North Carolina. Then again, your zip code 28314 and your country. Okay? All right, beautiful. Now, accompanied minor. All this is asking you is, are you traveling with children under the age of 21? In some cases, it is under the age of 18. Even in some countries, it's under the age of 16. So you should know the law that applies. And if you're traveling with a minor, then you'd put the minor's name here. All right? If it's one, the one minor's name there. But if it's more than one, you'd list their names. Okay? Now, the carrier. This is not asking you if you're sick or something. All it is asking you is, which airline did you come on? So what is the name of the flight that you traveled on? And in most cases, let's say the name of the airline. So JB for JetBlue 706. That could have been the flight that you came on, right? So that would have been it. Now, number of luggages. If you have 2 suitcases or 3, you would put that number there, okay? Unaccompanied luggages. Now, let's say you are traveling outside of the country and you're entitled to get a discount. Some waiver because you're a citizen in another country, but you have 2 pieces of luggages. If you had shipped anything, so let's say you're sending a barrel or a box and it will come after, then they need to know so that they can calculate the cost for the 2 luggages and see how much they would be able to discount you for the other item. So they're not just trying to be inquisitive, they actually want to know so that possibly you can get a discount. So if you shipped anything or anything is coming after, then you'd let them know and they would take that into consideration as well. So unaccompanied luggages, let's say you ship 1 barrel, then you'll put 1, okay? Now, countries visited. They're not asking you the amount of countries you've visited in your lifetime, because for some people, that could be a whole lot. All they're asking is, did you have connecting flights? All right, so let's say you're coming from India. You stopped at Trinidad, you stopped at probably the Cayman Islands, and then you went to Jamaica. So you would list those countries that you had connecting flights or you stopped at, okay? And you'd put them there. Now for your signature. Some people have some fancy signatures. So some people will do this for their signature, while others will just write the first letter in their first name and their last name. And that's quite acceptable, okay? The date would be August, and it's best if you write it out. August 23rd, 2020, okay? So you write out the date and you put the exact date that you fill the form out. Not the day after or the day before, but the exact day. Guys, I hope that was useful for you. And if for any reason you would like me to do a lesson on a particular topic, just let me know, okay? You can comment and let me know, or you can find me on Instagram at Reading Unlimited, and that's 2 D's at the end, okay? There I will also place your worksheets and other activities. I want to thank you for subscribing to Reading Unlimited with KDN. Yes, that's 3 letters. Reading Unlimited with KDN. Continue to like and comment. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, okay? Remember guys, hit that notification bell so you will be the first to know once I upload videos. Now, give me my virtual hug. Thank you, shake it. Thank you. Now, continue to look in that mirror for me, okay? Tell yourself something positive every day. You're sweet, you're awesome, you're amazing, and mean it when you say it, guys. Be kind to yourself, but in so doing, be kind to others. And remember, if you have nothing good to say about people, please say absolutely nothing at all. Have yourselves a great day.